For 10 years, George told his sheep detective stories every night. He thought they didn't understand, but actually the sheep always figured out the killer before the story ended.
Nuts! The doctor did it! No way! It was the creepy aunt.
I figured it out 2 chapters ago. The maid, right? Not the maid. The nephew. Bertie Hollingshead.
The village butcher, hotel owner, and church priest all hated George. One morning, a sheep named Lily found George lying on the ground. She thought he was playing a game, but a sheep named Richfield told her he was dead. A cop showed up and wanted to call it a heart attack and close the case. But something bugged Lily. It had rained that night, so why would George go outside without a raincoat or flashlight? She checked his caravan and saw 2 wine glasses. Meanwhile, a festival was happening in the village, so a lot of people were around. A story writer named Elliot Matthews accidentally ended up at the scene and decided to cover it. Seeing how careless the cop was, Lily and her buddies decided to find the killer themselves. They somehow got inside the village, where they learned George was poisoned with a toxin called taxin, which comes from yew trees. Then, George's daughter showed up. She'd been living apart from him since her mom died. She also had a son whose whereabouts were unknown. The lawyer she brought had George's will. They read it. George had left all his property to his daughter, but they found out this will was made just 2 days ago. The earlier will gave everything to an animal charity and said the killer was one of the people in the room. Lily listened to it all quietly. The cop didn't get any of this. Seeing that, Lily and her friends brought the cop a book. After reading it, he made a plan. The killer needed 3 things: means, motive, and opportunity. Means, everyone there had it, because the poisonous plant grew right in the village. Motive, only the daughter had that. Now they just needed opportunity. During questioning, the daughter said she'd come to the village a day after George died and hadn't even met him. Meanwhile, a sheep found a bracelet in the field. It turned out to be the daughter's. Lily and the others put the cop's hat over the bracelet. He chased his hat and found it. He got a search warrant and went to Molly's house. During the search, they found traces of that same poisonous plant on her shoes. Molly explained George had sent her a letter, so she'd gone to see him a day earlier. But the new will, her visit, and George's death all pointed at her. Scared, she'd lied. No one believed her. Everyone figured the case was solved, but Lily still had doubts. Then George's vision appeared and told her if Molly got punished, the real killer would kill her too. If Lily could find the real killer, Molly could be saved. Lily realized Molly had been framed because the victim's clue is always key. That night, a lamb dipped its feet in yellow and blue paint and ran to the police station, leaving a trail of footprints, a photo of the daughter on one side, yellow and blue paint on the other, which mixed to green. In the morning, the cop saw it, didn't understand, and tried to clean it. The paints mixed on his hand, turning it green, exactly like the green stain on George's hand. Then it clicked. The night Molly went to see George was the same night he was killed. The real killer wanted all suspicion on Molly. The will didn't even mention George's other son, who lived in South Africa. Just like George had sent a will to Molly, he probably sent one to his son too. That meant the real motive was the son's. If Molly got convicted, the property would go straight to the nearest relative, the son. Then everyone's suspicion turned to the story writer, Elliot Matthews. It turned out he'd disguised himself, dyed his hair, and the rain had washed the dye